I don't think I've ever made a Warzone video, and I've been playing Warzone since last March. I have highlights and stuff that I've never put up here, and I'm trying to hold myself accountable by making this intro to the current video that you're about to see. In the season 2 Cold War update, the agency suppressor and the group suppressor were both, I guess, reverted back to how it was when season 1 started. And then it was a change to try to make them as close to the monolithic suppressor. But then once season 2 came out, Cold War, for Warzone, it got reverted back. I believe that Raven was testing something, and a lot of people just didn't like it. You know, a lot of people prefer to be off the radar, get that extra bullet, range and all that other stuff. So let's check it out. Today I want to talk about the M16 and the FFAR. I might look at the MAC-10 or maybe the Bullfrog. Those are the only two SMGs that I have like kind of fully ranked up. I don't play Cold War multiplayer. I'm not a fan of Cold War. I don't want to touch it. It looks boring to me, in my opinion. Some people like it. It's not for me. So let's get in the video. Okay, so for the FFAR, I'm going to keep my setup. This was the setup at the start of season 2. I would use, I believe, Flash Guard. And this was the start of season 2. Now, since the agency suppressor, which I don't think any attachment gives you 4 pros and 2 cons. From my understanding, there might be one other on another gun that does that, but I don't think any attachment gives you 4 pros and 2 cons. Yeah, no. I think I just saw 4 cons. No, 3 cons and 3 pros. See, but nah. All right, so I'm gonna go with the agency. Now, as far as the barrel for the FFAR, it kind of depends on you. The Ranger is more so for close quarters. But the Reinforced Heavy is more so for long range. So you might lose a couple of fights long range, but this is for close. This is for long. Close, long. All right, let's look at the M16. My favorite class setup. I got introduced to the M16 by another YouTuber named Sean P. Shout out to him. He doesn't know me. I doubt he'll ever see this video. But I saw him using it first. I didn't see any other YouTuber use it. I saw him using it, and he was really bigging it up. Really. So, to me, usually when a black guy, and I'm just saying this, usually when a black guy kind of bigs up a weapon, like, we not capping for no reason. Like, he not gonna cap for a view. He even used it when it was nerfed, you know what I'm saying, for like a video, and didn't be like, oh, it still is good. No, he said it sucks. He doesn't want to use it anymore, but he's using it for the video purposes. But this is the setup I have for this one. I believe the AUG will end up having more bullet velocity. I think J God put out a video. I watched a little bit of it. I think the M16 has around 960 and the AUG is like 1100. So that all depends on you, on how you want to set up your classes. Before that, or after, or at the beginning of season 2, I was using this class setup. The only reason why I switched back to the M4 is because I'm able to aim in quickly on certain gunfights, and I get the beam and all that other stuff because we're playing Rebirth. So this is like my Rebirth setup. I like Rebirth is because Run Dust is boring. So, and this is the MAC-10. I said I didn't know if I was going to show it, but this is how I have mine. A lot of people have it many different ways. A lot of people decide to put on Ranger. A lot of people decide to put on Extended. I go with this one because sprint move speed, walk aim speed kind of gets reverted with this one. In my opinion, or you can just go no stock. Probably wouldn't go Raider stock, but that's up to you. And the Bullfrog, I don't think I have a class setup for that one. Don't mind this class. That was a joke. So I don't have a bullfrog class setup, but still, let's kind of take a look at it, like how I would set it up. So the GRU is the same thing. Aim down sight, aim and stability. Okay. A lot of people will use the task force. Right now, it's negative on vertical and recoil control. But the GRU is not the GRU, but the bullfrog is pretty stable. And this only gives you strafe speed. I got to look at the percentages between the 6.7 and the task force. Those are the ones, I guess you can go rifle, but you're not getting bullet velocity. So I guess it's between those two. But I'm gonna still keep the task force. Underneath, I've seen some people use this one or the horizontal, or they switch to this one to kind of negate what happens here. They use that to try to negate it, right? Because you get the pros for the vertical and horizontal, but in the task force, you get the cons for the vertical and horizontal. Try to get those out the way. Keep that as that. Now, I don't know if the rear grips are still broken, but I believe I use speed tape, and that's the only one that I use. And this was my setup. Some people can decide to go no stock, but it's SMG. I typically aim down the sight. I don't think it's a stock that gives you that without it being a pretty, yeah. So you don't get anything from the stock for that. So maybe you can try to find a laser that helps you out. The spotlight, effective damage range. I don't know about that one. Sorry, the sighting point. I don't really know about this one. And that goes on the side of the gun, whatever. Right there. So that's up to you. Personally, if you want to run that, I wouldn't run it. I'll probably run speed tape. And if speed tape is broken, I'll probably take that off and just put an optic on it. Because there's no negative on the optic for the Cold War weapon. There's no negatives, which is stupid because you go to a modern warfare weapon and you put on an optic, you see those negatives. I'm just saying. And that is it for the video. If it helped you out, I know I haven't put up a video in a while. I usually don't put up Warzone videos. I play a lot of Warzone. Twitch.tv/FunkTheBase. Chop it up with me over there, laugh, see me rage, do whatever. Hopefully this video helped you find the class setup that you like, because it's not always about what a YouTuber is using. It's more like personal preference, because if you notice, a lot of the bigger dogs, they don't even use class setups by YouTubers a lot. They use their own, how they play. You feel me? So anyway, if you like this video, subscribe, turn on post notifications. It's your boy Funk.